This is the Geist Ekiden from a company called 19, a low-price shoe made in Indonesia, which is around 130 ringgit Malaysia or 32 US dollar. The price is based on the website, however may vary, for example up to 170 or 41 USD in the online shopping website. This shoe is claimed to be used for a long run up to 42 km. Is it live as advertised? Time to lace up the shoe and do the run test. Hello, Kapisanangan everyone. My name is Sam Sanin. First of all, a disclosure that I need to say is that I purchased the shoe with my own money and no one asked me to make this video. This is my own record only and to share the experience and thought using this shoe. I actually wonder why the company uses the 3-digit number using this 9, 1 and 0 and not the 2-digit of 1, 9 for the 19. But anyway, the shoe is a product of Indonesia, which is among many other shoe companies, that I can see the price will be a killer to the other shoe companies to some extent, because most of its lineup models are targeted to general runners that need cheaper but good looking, good quality, comfortable, daily trainer, and most important, durable. Let's talk about the basic of the shoe. Looking at the quality, design and material, and considering the price, I think that the shoe is comparable to the popular shoes with monomesh upper, high stack height, and it is like the 19 is generous enough with the pricing. It is way cheaper than those established shoe brands. So I would like to say that kudos to Indonesia for their shoe. Just imagine, probably the established shoe companies, the shoe price may be around 400 or USD 100 or even more. Look at that, the logo. Okay, the logo in the name of the shoe looks like an international brand. I mean, look at the name, Geist Ekiden. About the weight, it is approximately around 270 grams for EU 42 or US 9 in size, which I consider the shoe to fall in the middle weight, where above than 300 grams is somewhat heavy for the long run, while below 250 grams is a very lightweight shoe. Now let's talk about the spec of the shoe. First, the upper. Okay, if you look at this upper, this is the hyperweb and the monolayer is a monolayer, and actually it's a polyester TPU plastic and a bit of see-through. Okay, if you can see that, you can see my finger here, so it is see-through with the toe box upper and also some of this side of the shoe. The tongue is very thin. Okay, very thin. It's not padded. Okay, there is no padding, and also it's not gasketed, where it is not connected to the upper of the shoe. But then there is a insert to lock this tongue in place using this lacing, and the lacing is pretty standard here. And instead of hole for this lacing, there is a webbing inlet type of the lacing system. The heel collar is very minimal. Okay, minimal padding is very minimal, and there is also pull tab here. It's a small pull tab here, and also you can see that this is there is actually the reflective overlays, and I can say that the heel counter is quite stiff. Okay, I think this is to provide the stability for the shoe. And regarding to the overlays, there is a blue color or some kind of rubber or fabric. Okay, in this area at the lower part of this upper, from the side of from the heel all the way to this toe, okay, and back to this heel again. And also there is a reflective here, and there is a printing for the Geist Ekiden here. Next, we look at the insole of the sock liner. So this is the sock liner, and this is actually a 15 gram. So this is a design of the hexa cushion technology, okay, from the memory foam, the EVA probably. And I can say that the insole also provides some cushions for a little bit of a bounce effect. You can feel that. Okay, but however, I will talk about what is the problem with this hole, because there is a many hole here. Right, we look at the midsole. There is actually no exact published information on the stack height. Okay, but if you have the right values, do comment below. And my approximation is about 35 millimeter in the heel and 25 millimeter at the forefoot. So probably, in my opinion, it is 10 millimeter drop. And second things is the durometer estimations, or the hardness of the midsole. Okay, we can if I press this, so it's like something towards the dense and hard midsole. Pressing on this foam, like it's quite hard to press, and except for the in the heel area, which is a little bit of soft press. Based on the published note, it has the gel silicone called Acro Gel Tex at the heel, so that's probably to absorb the shock during the run. And the rubber in this midsole is made from EVA with the density or hardness that they said is suitable to support the compression during the run. And 19 called it a rapid form, and rubber with A-flex sole, a technology jargon in the shoe constructions. Let's do the twist and bend test. Okay, so this is twisting. It is twistable, but it feels quite stiff, hard to twist. And also for the bend test of flexion, okay, it has some degree of bending, but again it's very stiff or quite hard to bend. So I think overall this shoe is definitely for the running stability. And all in all, for this midsole, I think this shoe is better for the heel strike. okay, in this, okay, for the heel strike. So because there is a gel silicone in the heel. Now we take a look at the outsole. Okay, so this is the outsole. In the outsole, there is a rubber around the surface except at the middle, which is the exposed foam. So this is a EVA foam. The black color rubber covering the side is some kind of high abrasive rubber, and I can confirm that. So because I've done the long run in this and a few runs, the other runs, and it's still very much intact. There is not much change in this rubber except in this center. Okay, I think with this pattern in outsole is definitely for the heel striker runner, while for example in the midfoot and forefoot striker we'll see more wear in this region. Well, how is it like to run in this shoe? I already put some runs on this shoe, including a half marathon long run, and this is my thoughts so far. The positive things are, I agree that it has some level of comfortable, but it's not too comfortable. It's just nice. It is true to size, where I purchased this US 9 with a 270 mm, and I have about a thumb at the end of my big toe. So it is true to size. And I also can say that it is very breathable for this monolayer. And what I like, another thing is because there is reflective stripe, okay, at the toe, at the big toe, and also at the heel. However, some concern or negative things, which are, number one, the shoe underfoot feeling is a bit hard on landing actually, because I normally land my foot on the midfoot area and I can feel it a firm underfoot sensation. Remember that the midsole is a bit stiff, a bit hard. Okay, if I press this in the midfoot area, it's a bit hard compared to the heel. And if you're a heel striker, then the shoe could provide some good landing impact because of its gel silicone in the heel area. Then in the heel collar, okay, it's quite high to the ankle, in my ankle, that in my half marathon long run, I actually experienced a small blister that touching this side of the shoe. Okay, so in this area. So imagine if I continue with the long run, it would somehow provide much more worse blister. Yeah, probably that is the break-in period on the shoe, where in the first few kilometers, first few use of the shoe, you will experience some of the blisters here and there. Next, the insole hexa pattern. Okay, so with this pattern, the hexagon all over the place. Okay, I think that the pattern is not quite suitable for the long run, as I can feel it under my foot. Okay, in fact, my left foot, okay, just under this the toe ball of the big toe, I get a pretty nasty blister that came out just after 11 kilometer of run, and the pain sensation is getting worse towards the 21 kilometer. So I think that 19 should cover the hexa hole at a few locations to avoid this, especially at the heel area and also at the underfoot, under the toe ball here in these locations, and some part of this area in the midfoot area. Another thing is the exposed EVA rubber. Okay, if you look at this EVA rubber in the center of the midfoot area, so in this may wear before the high abrasive rubber for the midfoot striker. So I can actually see some of the wear in these locations. So I would suggest to the 19 to cover some of the abrasive rubber here, and of course that would add more weight to this shoe, but some part of this shoe you can remove this rubber at this place, for example, and then replace a little bit of the rubber in this center. Now, related to the durability prediction of the outsole of this shoe, I would say through, or even more than 900 kilometers. So because the rubber in this outsole looks good. Okay, however, like I said before, the Mipu Striker may experience wear in this area pretty fast. So my conclusion with this shoe, the question is it suitable for a long run or even 42 kilometer? My thought is the Geist Ekiden, this shoe is a stability support shoe and a bit stiff or hard midsole. So I can say that this shoe has a firm landing and may better for the runners that require stability shoe. For me, honestly, it is not quite feel comfortable for the long run, especially on the insole and also in the if you are doing the more on the midfoot. Okay, and if I continue to use this, I probably need to change the insole of the shoe. The shoe may be used for the long run, including 42 kilometer, but I think you need to make sure that you have a strong leg and you need a stability support that this shoe offers. Finally, how am I going to use this shoe? I will be using this shoe for my running shoe rotation up to 10 km with some speed session, interval, and tempo run. I think that's all for my review for this 910 Geist Ekiden. Until then, thank you and see you again in the next video.